One thing that was a trend in Kollywood is making a masala movie on a social issue. There are so many movies and so many success that it's quite hard to present all the gems that Kollywood produced. Kollywood is actually the Tamil movie industry. Yes, I did say gem. Yes, I'm proud of this movie, even though some people look down on Tamil movie and even though I wasn't the one who made those movies. Mudhalvan is actually one of those. A fantasy about what politics should be. An Indian version of a Aaron Sorkin's work, if I may present this way. You know, the guy who showed how politics should be with the West Wing and give his dream vision of good journalism in the newsroom. The first scene is aging pretty well, to be honest. So Mudhalvan is a job. It means chief minister. And it's the story of a bet that gone wrong for some and good for so many. Arjun, the actor, plays the role of Pugazhenthi, a TV journalist who loves his job and falls in love with Thenmozhi, a village girl played by Manisha Koirala. Thenmozhi's father doesn't approve him because Pugazh is not a public servant, you know, regular paycheck, stable job, etc. etc. So Pugazh is like, okay, am I gonna become a public servant or something? And this is where I feel like it is funny. You know, the careful for what you wish thing. He wanted a government job, but he ended up with the greatest job of all. Because actually it was a cameraman and he happened to be on the spot when a riot occurs. The reason for this riot was quite dumb, but if you don't believe me, just watch the movie. Wink, wink. So Pugazh managed to film a lots of things, and this achievement gave him a new opportunity. He became an anchor, and he got the chance to interview the chief minister, played by the wonderful and amazing Raghuvaran. Yes, I used to stand him, and I truly believe that he was, sadly, one of the most talented and versatile actor of his generation. A normal politician who's doing the usual things, the usual bribe, the usual conflict of interest, and as it is an Indian movie, you also have the extra manipulation of caste and religion. So a greedy man who's power-driven, vicious, and corrupt. And this interview, oh my god, it is so good. It is something I would love to watch in real life. A true moment of journalism where the guy is asking the most disturbing questions to someone who's always having his way. Aranganathar, the chief minister, quickly becomes stressed and he can't answer at all because Pugazh just keep asking him why he chooses to do nothing when the riot occurs. How come that he is so rich? Because his salary only is not enough to have this fortune, etc. etc. And this 12 minutes something scene is just perfecto. This interview is legit one of the best scenes I have ever seen. The acting of those two people, Raghuvaran even changed his voice and managed to make it older. Arjun also brought his best, and the BGM made by A.R. Rahman, everything is just perfect and it gives me goosebumps every time I watch this scene. I mean, Pugazh came with the receipts and he was bulletproof when the CM tried to accuse him multiple times with some dumb kind of argument. And this is the dream, guys. I kid you not. This is the dream. I would really love to watch this kind of interview in real life. A granny can only dream. And when the CM was cornered, he tried a Hail Mary. He just bet his position. Like, bro, just try to be in my scene for one day. You'll see how hard it is. And Pugazh was like, okay, why not? And this is the core of this movie. A regular Joe being chief minister for one day. Aranganathar, the chief minister, really thought that Pugazh wouldn't do a thing in a day, and boy was he wrong. Pugazh just ate everything and he left no crumbs, guy, I kid you not. He cleans the entire police department, create a special line where it can be reached for a few hours, and helped the people who needed his help. And he asked everyone to pay their taxes, etc., etc. And I think he will be the first and last chief minister who fired tons of people within a day. And he ends up his hard-working day by arresting Aranganathar, Ruas Uno card. Yeah, I know, I love playing Uno. Of course, Pugazh created a storm in Tamil Nadu, the region where the movie happens, and everyone saw what it would be like to have someone trustworthy as a chief minister. So people asked him to become the next chief minister for real this time. And this scene where Maya Krishnan argues with Pugazh and begs him to go for the position, when Pugazh was in the darkest place, because Aranganathar's revenge was waiting in the corner. He tried to kill him. He used every legal means possible to harm Pugazh and his family mentally and physically. And when Pugazh was at the lowest, arguing that this isn't fair, he just tried to do the job for one day. Maya Krishnan, played by the wonderful Manivannan, another popular actor back in the day, begged him to give a try for the next election. And this scene where there's a crowd waiting for Pugazh is the second best scene in the movie. And I feel that there are two interesting takes from this movie. The first one is the trust that Pugazh has toward Tamil Nadu people. He trusts them and he asks them to cooperate. And he doesn't see this as a one-way relationship. Pugazh just believes that the government and the institutions are there to protect the people. A give-and-take relationship. Pretty much the basic things for any taxpayer in the world. You pay taxes, so your country can provide you the basic needs as a citizen. Education, safety, healthcare, etc., etc. A win-win on the paper. And Pugazh is just trying to come back to the basics, and he relies a lot on the citizens and is just trying his best to live up to his position. The second one is the ending of the movie. Pugazh just ends up becoming like his opponent. Aranganathar is a dirty player, and over the movie he gives his best to destroy Pugazh. And at the end of the movie, Pugazh ends up playing a dirty trick on Aranganathar, signing the end of Aranganathar. And he dies with a smile on his face, making Pugazh feel dirty as he ended up playing their game. Only Maya Krishnan knows about the truth, and he tells him that he did one bad thing for the greater good. So it kinda doesn't count. But I don't know, it's like even though Pugazh won the war, he lost an important battle. And I think that Pugazh will always keep this scene on his shoulder because he's a man with principle and values. Mudhalvan is really a movie that aged pretty well, except maybe for 2 points. The quality of the image, because it was a movie from 2000 something, and the way he flirted with Thenmozhi, all the part of the video making, when he's just trying to film without her knowledge. I'm not really a fan, but Thenmozhi doesn't seem bothered by this, so maybe it's just me. The movie do really have some pretty good songs, cause A.R. Raghuvaran made a soundtrack with songs that became cult, like the song Vadivelu. I will put the links below if you're interested. And I think that's it for today. And if you like this type of content, don't hesitate to comment or click the like button. See you next time.